Failure. Failure is something that we all want to avoid. Since our childhood, we are trained to see success in the positive and failure in the negative light. Whether it's how many marks we get in our 10th and 12th, what subjects we get, what rank we get in entrance exams, which college we get into, what package, which company, how soon do we get promoted, how much increment in salary we get, when do we get married, when do we have kids, and the list goes on. There are so many aspirations and ambitions and pressure of meeting them, and parallelly, there can be so much disappointment and loneliness when we fail. A research by Manchester Metropolitan University suggests youngsters often feel isolated and lonely when they fail to live up to expectations. There's a fear of failure and disappointing others. Plus, there are pressures from social media. We all want to look happy online, don't we? How failure affects us. In a study, people kicked an American football over a goalpost in an unmarked field and then estimated how far and high the goalpost was. People who failed estimated the goalpost as being further away and higher than those who had succeeded. In other words, failure automatically distorts our perceptions of our goals and makes them seem more unattainable. Failure leads to emotions which are unwanted and in some cases extremely uncomfortable. But is that the complete picture? In another research, 42 participants were given some golfing tasks. They were split into two groups. One of the groups was given positive feedback, perceived as them succeeding, and the other group was given negative feedback, perceived failures. Researchers tried to then see the effect of perceived failure on the participants' self-esteem, emotions, and cognitive executive function, which essentially means processes that provide us ability to plan, focus, remember instructions, and juggle multiple tasks successfully. The study revealed that failure had a negative impact on people's emotional state and self-esteem. However, they also found that the performance in subsequent physical and cognitive tasks were not affected by failure. In fact, participants who faced failure actually responded faster to one of the cognitive tasks without compromising their score. In other words, they were both fast and accurate. In yet another study, conducted by Northwestern University's Kellogg School of Management, data was analyzed from scientists who had applied for research grants. Those scientists who received funding were categorized as success groups, and the others were categorized as failure groups. The researchers then tracked the number of papers those scientists published over the next 10 years and how many times their research was cited in other articles. What they found was that those in the failure group were more than 6% more likely to publish a high-impact paper than those in the success group. One thing that failure does teach us is humility, the trait of accepting our shortcomings, giving space for others to put in their views and to lead. In the corporate world, multiple researchers have shown that leaders who are humble are much more productive and efficient against their peers. There is hence a strong evidence that shows we actually learn more from our failures than our successes. Our capacity to fail is essential to who we are. We need to preserve, cultivate, and even cherish this capacity. Until next time, see you and take care.